Hello. Welcome to the show. Put my peanuts over here. How are we all doing? Am I live? I don't know. I'm waiting for it to kick over. There it goes. All right, let's check some volumes. Let's check some volumes. Ooh, that looks that's loud as hell. That looks that's loud as hell. That looks that's loud as hell. Okay, good enough. Good enough. All right. Put a bottle of water right here. I remember what I'm doing this week. Uh, why does the can like? Why is it darker than normal? Or is it just my computer? Hmm. No, it looks fine. I don't know. Maybe it's just like I don't know. How is everybody doing? 8 minutes for the show to start. I got no fun antidotes for right now. We are going to see if the volume works today. Worked good last week. The week before, no. We'll have to wait for Kelly to log in and let me know. Hmm. Like, is there like a pre-show game that I can play? Someone write that down. Pre-show game. Under my pocket that for next week. Uh, pre-show game. I don't know what kind of game that would be because I have to play it twice. And then two, do I still need the pre-show, or do I need to be here for the pre-show? Can I get an animation? Oh, let's get in. Can I get an animation that just says like coming, like start soon with the timer? Let me think. Pre-show stuff. Pre-show. I like the idea of the countdown to the 8 o'clock. And the reason we do the pre-show is so that way it's live and give everybody a couple of minutes to kind of jump in. Pre-show changes, maybe. Like, do I come up with a new game similar to the Gauntlet? And do I be like, question? Let's not use that one. That's not a good one for this example. That was the one Courtney was supposed to do today. Uh, best Scar story. So, like, do I just come up with like a random 10-minute story? 8-minute story? Like, I don't know if I have any Scar stories that I can tell for 8 minutes, let alone then I have to like come up with another idea for Monday. What if I play a game? Like, I download a game? Can you guys watch me play like a puzzle game or just something that's on screen other than me just sitting here doing nothing for 10 minutes? That one I can think about. Like like conceptually, like this one worked. Uh, so if I do like like this, like this, um, so we like pre-show something like this. I have to play with the fucking size of all this, but the idea I'm going here, bear with me, right, is I would like I don't know. But what is interesting though is uh, that it did pull up. Remember how like before? Oh, hold on. Here now, to be fair, I think we might have just fixed the question that I had before. Is well, that doesn't make any sense. How dumb is that? Because now I can do. You guys can see the screen as before. Like I couldn't find this screen. Like if I wanted to play like Bitey again, Bitey from Brackenwood. Like you guys should be seeing all this now. Like how this is so dumb. Like the fix on this, the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I can't I cannot believe how simple of a fix this was. Because I've had problems trying to get it to load, right? Like if I want to watch some trailers. What's a good trailer coming up? Um, what's coming out soon? That's Monday's show. I don't know. Uh, oh man, now I'm blanking. But yeah, and then well, what is this stupid? Okay, so here's how I think I fixed it. Okay, so we got 2 minutes. We can do this. All right. So from here, remember when I was like trying to double click on here and I wanted to figure out how to get this drop down. Okay. So here's what it looks like. If I minimize this screen, okay, and it's just minimized on the taskbar. Nope, shit, go back. Hold on. Okay, so it's minimized to the taskbar. It doesn't show up as a window. Like the window has to be active. How stupid is that? So now I go back over here, put the screen active, and now when I look at it, it's a choosable. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe how simple that was. That's absolutely bonkers, man. Well, it just means I can play trailers now on Monday. That's like so stupid. Like I don't even know how you would. Okay, I don't know what we're gonna do with the pre-show moving forward, but what is nice is that we did find something and fixed it. So, huzzah! Somehow everything worked out really well, and it took fucking 8 minutes. All right, so that's my life. All right, I'll see you guys in a couple of seconds. Okay. Hello and welcome to Whimsy Live. Mind Pockets. Number 35. How fun is that? 35? Number 35 is a lot. Probably one of my favorite shows. Like, let's be fair. Like, this is a pretty fun one. It doesn't involve me doing any homework. Like, the Monday show is like, I love Monday. I love Nooners. But finding a half hour for the back half of Monday show sometimes a little daunting. But it's Mind Pockets, guys. See. Not a lot going on. I think mom's working. I don't know if he was in the chats. Want to hang out for a second and say hi? Um, Anybody new? And you never know. We might get some new people, right? Because we had the two lo-fi videos. We did a very small promotion. We saw a huge increase in subs, and there's also so there's the promotion tracks the subs from the promotion. It tracks those, right? So there was a huge chunk of like the 40 of the 4,000 that we've had in the last month. Like a chunk of them is the promotion, right? The YouTube promotion. But then there's like the extras, which would have been just us, just the lo-fi video. It would have been Jay Sarge's music, the cool videos. So like 30%, 40, about 40, we'll call it 35. 35% of all the new viewer subs came from the lo-fi video. So in theory, we could start to see more people coming in, hanging out for Mind Pockets for any of the live shows. So if we have any new people catching this later or want to jump in the future, Saturdays, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, we do Mind Pockets. I record some thoughts and ideas throughout the week. I play them for you, and then I just discuss them. Um, Sometimes there's some rarely, to be honest with you, something profound. But a lot of times, just getting inside the head of a 41-year-old who works too much, podcasts too much, um, and just doing something because he can. So, uh, that's about it. That's all we got. Let's go ahead and get started with the mind pockets. Uh, Boom. Let's do it. Give it a second. There it goes. Nothing is playing. Oh, that's so funny. Why is there nothing on this mind pocket? It's not playing anything. Hold on. Oh, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, everybody. Oh, that is borderline the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. You know what, too? I've I knew it was gonna happen. I was thinking about it when I was putting the show together, of like how simple and everything is like routine for Saturdays. Like I semi psyched myself out somewhere. Oh, that is the funniest thing. Where would it go? Like Courtney was here hanging out. She watched me put the show together. I finished it in semi record time. And then all of a sudden, wow, it didn't take any of the first five. That is so wicked junky. That is like, that's horrible. Put the times in. I just never attached the audio to them. So, okay, so here, you guys get to watch me fix this real quick. Oh, this is a mess. I can't believe any of this. Um, okay. In theory, you guys can see this screen now. Hold on. Okay, so like it's like the worst thing ever. Okay, so here's the deck for bind pockets. I get the so this is number one. It's 28 seconds long. I have to come up here and I have to edit this thing to 28 seconds, and then I'm supposed to drag this onto number one and attach the sound to it. So this is the process, and clearly I put all the times in, but 100% forgot to attach the audio to them. This is like the funniest thing I've ever done in my life. Like this is, oh, I can't believe that's so funny. So this one has to make sure it's 33 seconds because I don't play with these before. Uh, like I don't play them. I just put it together. I number them so that way I know what numbers go in what order because like the original timestamps on the recordings are all jacked up. Um, so it kind of goes back to like last week, man. Like I need like there's no quality control of any kind right. Like it sounds so weird, and it's like the most. It was like the most bizarre thing I've ever done. Like that's, and then the worst thing is these things take forever to download because it's a 24-minute um, video is basically what it's converting it into. Oh, that is that's so funny. Because the whole second half is on there. Like I had to have taken like I did all the times, and then for whatever reasons for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I dropped all the audio files on those. Oh man. Like there's no excuse for this, guys. This is just good old like one like I can't be upset because this is totally on brand, right? Which is having fun and then exposing all of the like the little mistakes and this now you guys got to see what the process looked like you guys can see all like I don't think there's anything on my screen that I need to like it just takes forever for it to download. Look, I have to wait for this thing here to download. I'm happy right now. Something like the whole thing is just jacked up right now. Everything's breaking on me. Like everything is breaking. Okay. So my microphone is blinking. The camera froze. Like this whole show is going off the rails. Like oh my gosh. Like I don't know what to do. All right, so my pocket's 35. We're gonna save it. Yes, replace it. And then, oh, this is like the weirdest thing I've ever, like, I don't understand any of this right now. All right, so camera's still working. In theory, the mic is still bouncing, so that's conceptually working. It says it's downloading, but it already downloaded. All right, so we're gonna see what happens here. It's not downloaded. All right, so we're still waiting for all my technical difficulties to fix itself. Yeah, there's little to no excuses for today. And I had this thing up and running by like 4:30, and then all of a sudden it just decides to like not work anymore. Like that's that's brilliant. That's my life right now. Yes. Like let's check the file. Let's see if it's saved yet. What time is it? Yeah, this one was at 4:32. So the 4:32 copy is still just hanging out, and then all of a sudden the new copy is still only half downloaded. Um, for a week that I thought didn't have a lot going on, fucking made up for it today. I'm just like the whole show's just derailed for 12 minutes. Like it wasn't a super like it was a nice boring week. I think. Yeah, it wasn't a lot going on. Um, it's still downloading. Like this is like the like oh my god. Like I wish I would have had the discussion earlier about fixing the the view the share screen. Like so you guys can see the like that conversation would have been fantastic because that would have filled 8 minutes. But no, we're sitting here watching the thing download. Um, I could. Oh, okay. Here. Ooh, ooh. In theory, here's how we do this. Ready? Okay. All right. All right. Here's what we do. We go to cancel this thing. All right. We jump ahead just a little bit, and do you know what we do while we're waiting for time to pass? Is uh we just thank the Patreon people. We just move the show around. Look at that. Thinking on my feet. Um there's a mind pocket in here earlier that was semi embarrassing. Similar to what we're now. So we're just we're winging it. Normally the Patreon thank yous are at the end. I'm gonna throw them in the beginning. Uh Andy, Nikki and her family, Megan family, Joyce, Ann, Ender Frog, you see one, Gooster, Nina, uh, Violet with a TE, uh, Anna, my dad, and Courtney just recently signed up uh, for Patreon. Thank you guys. Um, I'm still sending out the last of the November gifts. The uh, If you haven't subscribed to the Patreon, like how funny is that, real quick? Like the whole beginning was like, hey, we got all these new subs. We might get new people, and then their first show is this fucking train wreck of an episode. Like that's amazing. Um, but anyway, um, sign up for the Patreon, the free stuff. There's a free tier. Uh, just get some samples of what it is that we're doing. Oh, over here at Whimsy, we're making wooden tokens, some ornaments, lo-fi videos. We got a comic strip coming out. Probably first of the year. I have 6 of them already um, drawn, so she's already drawn them. She's got to do four more. So we got the holidays coming up. She's in school. Probably first of the year. Give me 10 weeks. Give me like 3 months worth of comics, and still have her continue. So the Patreon, if you guys like um, any of the stuff that we're doing, the lo-fi videos, the web comic, um, consider the $4 tier, so that way I can make sure that I'm paying these people uh, to help us create some cool shit. Um, that's at patreon.com/ chasing the whimsy. Like I said, there's a free tier. Also, make sure you sign up for all the podcasts, the YouTubes. Make sure you're subscribing to all of those things. Um, we got some cool stuff coming up, and we got some interviews. We got some bomb interviews coming in on the 9th. I have an interview I'll probably talk about a little bit more on Monday. Um, Whimsy with the Z. We got some of those new episodes coming out next month. Um, did talk to Courtney. I got to add Courtney to the Whimsy Studios. Courtney. Um, we're gonna try to get the Whimsy gaming page on YouTube up and running. So we're gonna need a new lo-fi video for that to help push us over the top on the subs. So any support you guys can do, uh, even if it's just the free stuff, hit it. Keep listening. Subscribe to all the new channels we might be having coming up soon, so we can start doing some fun stuff with those. Um, Whimsy Gaming is technically it's. I don't think there's any videos on there right now, but it will be uh, some gameplay. Courtney's playing Icarus, which is a fairly interesting game that I'll look into. She's also playing Baldur's Gate 3, I think it is. And I might jump in and start playing some Pokemon trading card game Pocket, uh, which is a new game that came out last month. Um, it's still downloading. Here's like that's the crappiest thing about this whole thing is the computer sounds like it's running super hard. It's pissed off. Like this whole computer is pissed off right now. Um, but yeah, consider the Patreon stuff. Subscribe, help out, get your name uh, on the screen. Do some shout outs. Let's get to a point where there's like so many names where I can't read them all because that would be fun. Uh, Run a contest of like how many names can I remember? In theory, there's a pause. Like, there's not a pause button. Like, I could just do one of these and be like, "I'll be right back." I don't want to do that. Like, that's some lazy. To be fair, it might even be better than like whatever it is I'm trying to do now. I just want this thing to finish downloading so that I can attach it and get the show back on track. Like, it's so upset right now. Like, can I just start closing some stuff and see if that helps? Like I just closed the wrong shit. Like that's what I'm waiting for. Um, all right, 2 seconds. We're almost there. I promise. Just wait for it to give me the link so I can just drop it in its folder. Um, Anybody in the chat have any questions? I'll be having to answer any questions real quick. We can Q&A this thing real quick. Like Ben, why did you mess this up so hard? Uh, well, listener, it wasn't really the intention to completely just botch this entire episode. Uh, but sometimes it happens. And I'm glad you guys can be a part of me trying to fix this. And I don't know, maybe it's good training to be like, all right, Ben, Scenario: everything's falling apart. What do you do? Do I panic and start over, or do I just keep just talking and hoping that it all works itself out? Uh, I suppose I could probably like there has to be a better way to download these things. But is it 26 like I don't know. Anybody else have any other questions? Ooh. Oh shit, there's actually a question on here. Question: Is Whimsy's hat orange because orange M&M is your favorite? Um all right, so all right, I'm gonna let you in on some stuff, okay? Um I had Ming Chen draw up the original uh logo. I just said I want a gnome in a pocket, right? Because there's this super cool lady, Sandy, that gave me a pocket gnome um, for Christmas. So I like the idea of gnomes in pockets. The original one, it was just orange. This one didn't exist. But then I was like, hey, like there should be two gnomes, right? So then Ming adds a second gnome, and he already had the hats, right? So the original one was just a gnome, and then when we added the second one, it was going to semi represent dad and a kid. I didn't catch it until way late, but I would have preferred technically to have had the red hat because I like red was more my favorite color. Um, when we started doing the live streams, I just happened to have like um, because it's blue. So one of the things that we had a problem with in the early days is what color shirt do I wear that doesn't like if I wore a blue shirt, it would just look fucking awful. Um, so it just all happenstance that I happen to have it an orange M&M shirt. Orange M&Ms were my favorite in that it ended up as orange here. So it was all like weird, like accidental, but I'm glad that it worked out that way. Psyduck is orangish-ish. He's definitely yellow. Um, but I absolutely do love me some fucking Psyduck. Um, where did the download go? Oh, there it is. Like, normally it gives me um a what should we call it? Like, do I have to one? I can't believe like this whole this is just a mess. We're gonna clean this up a little bit here, guys. Um, nope. Go back, change this one. But yes, that is the origin of the orange. So that's actually a really cool question. Thank you for that. Um, back. Okay, so we're gonna do delete this one, delete this one. All right, so that's the bare minimum I can have. All right, we're gonna look at one more thing and see if it actually fixed. We can get the show back on the road. I'll take one more random QA question while we're finalizing all of Line Pocket 35, 35. There you are. Like, did it update properties? Nope, still the old one. All right, so, oh my god, the download didn't even download. Like, this whole thing is falling apart. I'll just download it twice. I'll take two copies. They're like, don't do two copies, Ben, because now you're trying to now your computer like the whole computer is just loud right now. It's just so upset. This one can be like, why is it being so like when I sometimes I'll take a nap before I start, but I have to make sure that like the show is put together before I sit down or relax, because then I do fall asleep and then I wake up like 8 minutes before the show starts. And this is the problem that I'm trying to avoid every single time. Um, Normally, like when you download from Canva, it gives you the link that says if it didn't download or to like click to find it in your downloads. Yeah, I'm not getting any of that. Like that's not even happening at all. And I refuse to just bail on this whole episode. Like 26 minutes in, I refuse to do it. This is so dumb. Because in theory, right? Okay, like if I do, like, I don't want to do it this way. I absolutely don't want to, but I will. Okay, hold on. Okay, so if I do it like this, okay, hold on. Like this is such a junky way to do this. And I can't believe I'm humoring this idea. Is this one, this one, and then like this. Will you play the sound? Hold on. There it is. There it is. Okay, save, override, yes. Oh, see, because like I fixed, like I'm like, hey, I figured out how to work this stupid screen again. So I was like, worst case, I could have just driven it that way. But the second I decide to drive a different way, it's like it's finished downloading. Oh my gosh. Okay, 35. Put this back on here, and then oh come on, why are you not downloaded? Oh, there is a chance that we like I can't bail on this episode. How do I do this? Play. Okay. How funny would it be if like there is no original recording? Like I just flat out didn't record it correctly. Okay, so we're gonna do it like this. You guys don't get to see my face. All right. Now here's the question. Can you hear that? You cannot hear that because for whatever reason, like oh, someone has to tell me, did you hear that? Because if I sit here for half an hour and just play dead silence to you guys because I can hear it and you can't, I will fucking lose my mind. All right, we're gonna try to play it again. I'm listening to my phone. Hold on. Yep, doesn't even play. Like that's so weird. Okay, hold on, hold on. There we go. I got it figured out. Got it figured out. Here we go. Or do you have to give the money back to the original person? Think about it. So okay, all right. So oh my god, this is like the best episode I've ever done in my life. All right, so let's try this one more time. Why did it echo so hard? I don't want it to echo. Okay. Let's say you borrow a pair of pants from somebody. They haven't worn these pants in years. When you put them on, you wear them, and you find $12 in the pocket. Whose is it? Is it yours in fair game? Like thrift store? Or do you have to give the money back to the original person? This is like it's like the best episode ever. Because I don't know how to fix this screen. Like you guys just don't get to see me anymore. All right, like this is my shame for the day because I can't minimize. I don't know. Okay, so we're getting back on track here. Let's do this, guys. We got this. Somebody that I know recently had some family photos done, and he borrowed uh, stepdad's pants, and it said pants may or may not have been $12. So the idea was, I was like, oh well, the $12 is yours, especially if he hasn't worn them in like 3 years. And he's like, I'm like, did you mention that you found this money? He's like, oh, absolutely not. And I was like, you should say something because I think at that point, 3 years and you find money in a random pocket, I think it's fair game because it's $12. And then he if he needed the $12, he would have found it 3 years ago. That's just my opinion. Um, but yeah, that was something that came up last week that I thought was kind of funny. What would you guys do? Do you guys keep the $12, or do you tell them and give back the $12? Because I'm telling you right now, I don't give back the $12. And I know Nikki borrows a jacket from me and finds $12 in it. She doesn't give it back. I was trying to see if I could move this in a way that like I can try and put half my face on here. Hey, look, I'm half in here. Like I can't believe I had to like. It's like the worst
Think about
episode.
it.
Okay, just finished recording with the Whimsy with the Z Kids parents. Uh, this mom was hilarious. She could not stop using their real names, so now I have to go back in and try and edit it out and edit the alias names in. It's gonna sound weird. It's gonna be funny. She laughed, but I'm curious what it sounds like. Woot woot!
Wait, hold on.
I did not
Oh,
get copy. Okay, okay. Nikki's answer is depends on whose clothes it is. Um, okay, obviously you give it back to grandma because grandma's a good person. But if it was mom's jacket, you give you. I think grandma's probably the only person that you give the $12 back to. I'm pretty sure. I mean, to be fair, yes, okay, I would give grandma her money back. Mom, I'd keep it. I'd laugh and offer it to mom. I don't know. We got Christmas coming up. I just happened to give her that money back. I don't know. That goes back to that game I used to play years ago. Um, what was the second money pocket about? So this month for December, we're doing friends and family for the Whimsy Z. So we had Dean and Danielle, and you can't see my hands, so this is amazing. So you have Dean and Danielle, and I talked to both of their parents. And the funniest thing was they know that their names like that we use Dean and Danielle, but for whatever reason, mom was like just using real names the whole time. It's like an hour. I think the episode was like an hour 10, and I keep moving this hand, and sometimes you can't even see it. Um, but so at the end, like at the end of the episode, I had her say Dean twice and Danielle twice, so that when I listen to the episode and she uses their real names, I have to like cut that out and then drop in like the alias name. So it's gonna sound really funny because it's gonna be like, yeah, I love it when Dean does this, and I love it when Danielle does this. So it just loses all of, like the random inflection that they had. It's gonna sound funny. She laughed. We laughed. It wasn't enough to like, but there's no joke. There's got to be 12. There, like, wait, hold on. I wrote down the times actually. at 18 minutes, 31 minutes, 32 minutes, 47 minutes, 10, and yeah, she's just all over the place. She's dropping real names. And uh and then basically give out what's like they're just close away from giving away her home address, which was the funniest thing. Um I thought it was funny. Right. Um I don't know how to back this up because this is a but I did woohoo something about copyright. So here's number three.
Copyrighted for last Monday's backward sped up playing with someone else's stuff. So um, I don't know. I think I found the workaround. So I got to play with that a little bit. But yeah, how fucking cool is that? I was waiting for like the you have to cut that whole second half of the show out, but nope, nobody noticed.
So last week I played. So I'm trying to figure out. You can't find like proper like um, verbiage for fair use or copyright law, right? YouTube is just like they give you like a very lawyer answer, and then you try to find other people, and they give you a very bad answer also. So what the idea was, I wanted to show clips of old YouTube videos that I used to watch growing, 15, 16, almost 20 years ago. Um, so the one workaround that I found is like it's fair use if done in a commentary or a review, but I can't play the whole thing, right? Like I can sample parts of it. But then there was one workaround that I found, whereas you take the original image, and then if you can distort the original image and or the audio of it, you can kind of trick um, all the systems, the algorithms and stuff that are trying to uh, catch the copyright stuff. So I flipped it, played it at a slightly faster speed, and then cropped it a little bit. It's not like the best idea, but it's working. So it allows me to look into pursuing. Like a couple of months ago, I wanted to do a review on Sports Night, and I got fucking shit straight shut down. Like YouTube was like, stop it. So there was like a bunch of clips on there. So if I can tweak it a little bit, I might be able to revisit that. Um, they're just really fun videos that I really want you guys, one, to see what I was looking at years ago, and then two, there's some hidden gems still out there. Like if any of you guys watched The Guild has got to be, God, almost 18 years old now, I think. Um, had Felicia Day, like early Felicia Day. So I want to start showing some clips of that, but it was cool. I figured out a little bit of a way to hide a little bit. So we'll see what happens in the future on Mondays.
Oh my god, how stupid is this? I totally think I lost a ring. My house is a little bit cold, and my hands are shrank a little bit, or I lost like a couple of pounds. Like whatever's happening, my hands are smaller than they were, I think, yesterday, and I've currently lost a ring. This sucks.
I don't know where it is. Well, when it's cold out, like Sophie at one point used to take my rings off. Um, she did not take any of these rings off because it was like Wednesday. I get to work and I was like, I'm missing a ring. And then I hoped that it was on one of the like the kitchen towels because I washed dishes. That I was hoping that it fell off in the towel or in the bed. Nope, it's gone. I have no idea where this fucking ring is. Um, because that is it wasn't one that just wasn't just gonna fall off. Like I had to have done something, like dried my hands, and it fell off. That's what I was hoping for. I have no idea where it's at. Um, Lame because I've never had problems with my rings up until like last year when I brought attention to it. Whatever.
We might have one more interview before the end of the year. The Kelly PR company reached out to me again, and we are working out dates for a musician up and comer in the UK, like topping charts in the UK. But yeah, I think we might have one more random guest interview before the end of the year.
Oh, interesting. I did email Steven from SNC Communications and then Kelly PR because they got us a couple interviews earlier this year. So I emailed them and said, "Hey, happy holidays. Look us up if you have anything coming up in 2025." And Kelly actually replied back and was like, "We got this young lady who is I don't want to give too much away, but she is EDM dance music, kind of blown up a little bit in the UK, topping those charts. And then I'm researching, figure out where she's at over here and stuff. So yeah, another random uh, pseudo celebrity interview coming on the 9th. It will be recorded. And then I don't know if it'll come out that Wednesday or if I'll just use that for the following Monday. But yeah, it was interesting that we just happened to have um, Kelly reach out again and just offer another interview for us, which is totally cool. I absolutely love it. Right. Whimsy with the Z commercial.
Go check out Whimsy with a Z, the podcast from Chasing the Whimsy. Whimsy with a Z is a brand new podcast where they meet and hang out with 6 teenagers each month to get to know what it's like to be a Generation Z in today's day and age. They'll discuss summer, first days of school, and maybe dive into the struggles that most teens face, but maybe not talk about. Join along as they break down the generation gap and better understand what it's like to be Generation Z. That's Whimsy with a Z. Chasing Whimsy, talking
Why
to
do I think you guys
Generation
can't
Z.
hear that
A
right
few
now?
new episodes up for you to listen to already, and make sure you subscribe to be notified of future releases. Whimsy with a Z is a podcast for teens
Oh,
by teens, but parents are welcome and encouraged to also listen. You can stream it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at the website chasingthewhimsy.com. That's Whimsy with a Z, the podcast. Go stream, download, and subscribe.
So I think I figured out what some of that echo was I was hearing earlier. It's playing the audio on the OBS, and then it's also playing the audio from Canva. And at a certain level, they're they're they're. Uh, we're almost done. We're almost like, oh, let's just end this thing almost. Here we go.
How cool! I don't know like the logistics of it yet, or I mean, we still got plenty of time. We got like 7 months, but did get like a half a confirmation um, that our town Comic Con is going to reach out to Ming Chen. So hopefully we can work something out. Ming Chen come down, and if he does come down, there's a chance that I get to piggyback with him on a intro to podcasting panel. Like, how cool is that? I don't know. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah. So I have another meeting on Monday for our town Comic Con. Um, and I gave him Ming Chen's info. Ming Chen said he's never done this convention, so he was interested coming down, um, maybe set up a table, do a panel or two. So I'll follow up a little bit tomorrow. We have a meeting in the afternoon, um, but it does seem like Because like we threw around the ideas, right? Like I have an idea last week. Like, what if I did a panel with Ming Chen? Like now it's like legit. Um, I'll talk about it more on Monday, but in case you guys aren't, well, I'll tell you now since half of you guys won't be here Monday because you guys are all working. The uh, the cost of a table is like bonkers. So unless like I can go halvesies, Ming sell some photos because I can't sell like 2 grand worth of fucking wooden tokens. I might be able to, but probably not. Like no one knows who I am yet. But if we take some Ming Chen wooden tokens, right, Whimsy tokens, and just like so, um, we're in the early stages. You know, fingers crossed. That Ming comes down. Um, I'm hoping that they offer him something decent to come out and then give him a fat discount on a table because I think he'd have a good time coming down, hanging out for 2 days. Um, but yeah, that would be super cool. I'll be live streaming the crap out of that like the whole time. He'll like it. He'll do it.
Let's see. Friend of Jay Sarge's podcast, Aaron, uh, is drawing some is drawing us something. Um, Nothing consistent, but I want to see if she can do a couple of pieces throughout the year. But yeah, she's doing one that is going to be the inspiration behind an upcoming episode for Sophie. So I'm still trying to figure out, do I record it and let you guys hear it, or do I just record it, tell you a little bit of the story behind it, but then like, do I keep a 30-minute long episode quiet until she's like for 10? I don't know, but there's an episode I have in mind. Aaron's paint or drawing it, so that's all I was trying to get at. But we'll see.
Ah, so Aaron does hangs out with Jay Sarge and Jeff with 2 Fs on suggested articles, and uh, she normally does some commissioned work. And I chatted with her, gave her the idea, and she loves it. So she's like drawing it. Basically, what I was trying to get at is I'll use that picture. One, it's going to go in the art book for year 2, and then 2, I'll use that as like the segue into a Sophie episode. We talked about it a couple of months. I keep saying couple months. It could have been a couple of weeks ago, but there was this moment right where I had this idea of more like Sophia centric content, like whether it would be like me addressing her directly or just more like Sophie stories. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but as soon as I get it, I'll figure it out. And then, so basically, there are a handful of stories that I'll have her depict a picture of, and then I'll use those pictures to help to coincide with the episode itself. So it's like a episode with the companion picture. Why that why that seemed more difficult, I don't know, but she's got she's doing most of the coloring now. I should see it here probably in the next week or so. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited for you guys all to see it.
I think I officially hate all salespeople. Um, it's been a month, and I think I like my Verizon internet. Um, so I called Cox, and then obviously they don't want me to disconnect or cancel or anything, so they're like hard sell on the no, right? They're like, oh no, Verizon's gonna your house will melt if you keep them or something. So um, I didn't like the guy there. He was a little pushy. So like, how stupid was like the simple thought, the simple fix for all of this? And I'm gonna give lady at Verizon credit for it. Is just unplug the Cox and then just run it for a week, make sure everything still works. and then call Cox back and get this stupid thing canceled. Like, because I've been most of the internet's on the new one, but let's. Oh man, I just haven't wanted to been doing it. I just don't want to deal with anything. So we're almost done with the car thing. We're going to be done with the Cox thing soon. So we're going to run it for a week. We're going to see what the live stream looks like on Saturday and Monday, and go from there. And we'll cancel one of the two probably next week.
Is there a way I can blame today on my internet usage? Because it's not like I could say like the download speeds, like I needed it to download faster, but like to be fair, the Cox did the same thing. We're at a point. Yes, I have two internets. I want to get rid of one, and then Cox, like fucking kudos. Like I hate fucking salespeople. He's just like he's like making stuff up. Was like everybody I talk to says Verizon sucks. I'm like, well, not everybody, because like half of the he gives me like whatever article or whatever thing he read or whatever conversation he had with people. He only tells me the one side, right? He's never gonna be like, yes, some people do like Verizon, and then he's like, you call Verizon and you ask them these questions, and you'll find out that they're lying. And I'm like, I asked all those questions already, and like, and he's just like, well, they'll just say whatever they need to for you to keep the Verizon. And I'm like, to be fair, Cox guy, aren't you doing the same thing? And he's just like, and I'm like, so yeah, the easiest way for me to confirm is I unplugged Cox. I'm running it today. Everything seems to be working fine. I got this phone, you know, listening here. Um, everything is hooked up to Verizon. We're gonna let it run for the next couple of days. Check some of the numbers. Check all my upload and download speeds. But for the most part, I honestly think Verizon's the better way to go. 45 bucks for like slightly less than Cox. And what's interesting is like I don't need like Cox is like they're like we're gonna give you all of the bells and whistles. I'm like I don't use all the bells and whistles. Like I don't need all of that stuff. Like because I never like use the full potential of Cox. Um, if I had like 12 kids here and like six people working from home here, maybe I might have to need Cox. But for the most part, uh, Verizon is doing very well right now. I don't think um, we haven't lost connection anywhere. Uh, the download is only because the fucking show is like a gig and a half. Um, I got fucking shit running all over. I don't know. I'm thinking Verizon is the way to go for 45 bucks. And Cox isn't going to be happy when I call him back and be like, I need to cancel. Because I originally called to say, could you suspend it for like a month, right? Because if something happens, I don't have to call Cox back again and do that whole thing. But regardless, I think it's fine. I think Verizon Internet is fine. I think it's just most of it's like a preference. I have no problem with it as of right now. There's the one outage that I caused in the very beginning, but other than that, no problems with Verizon. I'm not shilling for Verizon. I'm just letting you know that I am in the process of canceling my Cox internet because that's all I have is internet. I don't pay for cable and I don't pay for phone like a landline. Who does that? Does mom still have a landline? Like, do they? Because like they sucker you in with the bundle thing. They're like, hey, well, you can save $6, but you got to pay $4 for the landline. Like, do people still use landlines? All right, we're almost done. Check this out.
Weird that I got a phone call on Saturday. I was supposed to get a phone call on Wednesday. Um, it's the end of the car saga. You, Jamie, has attempted to make some resolutions. I threw
Well,
out
she
one
did
more
like
offer. Monday, regardless of whatever happens, Monday this thing is done. So after the live stream on Monday, we should be done. Whatever it is that he wants to offer, I'm done. I'm gonna walk the fuck away. Get back with my life and try to figure out this whole. Just finish off the year on a plus. So hopefully I get to update with a fun kink in my counter offer. If not, it is what it is. But Monday, it should be officially Monday. Everything should be done with the car saga.
yeah. Like, I don't. Oh man, I finally got a hold of somebody. Jamie, this Jamie guy. Talk to him. He's like, I'll have something for you on Wednesday. Nothing. Thursday, I give him a day. Friday, call him back. Nothing. Saturday, he calls me. Uh, like the whole thing is just a mess. Like I just don't understand it. He's offering me like a bunch of oil changes. Like there's a chance I never have to pay for an oil change for the next 6 years. Like that's like we're almost at that point. Um, I talked to some like my the with the whole car saga. I'm at a point where it's just like it wasn't worth. Like one, we have to be tired of me talking about this stupid thing, and I'm sorry that I even fucking brought it up today. And I probably won't bring it up on Monday because I won't have that conversation until after the live stream. Anyway, but uh, just yeah, I'm not gonna go deep dives on it yet. Um, we're basically done. I have the ice episode of my one rant. Um, so whenever that one comes out, I'll put a disclosure in the beginning and the end that says this was a moment in time. Here, it's been since resolved, whatever. But here's how angry I was at the time. Um, but yeah, in case anybody's following the car saga anymore, it's not as bad as it was in in like the beginning and the middle. We're just at a place now of like, does anybody want to have any accountability or integrity with anything that's happened? And I got an assurance that Monday they'll make an offer, and I said whatever the offer is, like I'll. It's no longer about the offer, but it's you offer what you think is fair and appropriate, and then I will report accordingly. So we'll see what happens on Monday. Well, maybe I'll find out what happens on Monday. You guys probably won't, unless it's really cool, and then I'll tell you. But other than that, then like, yeah, last one.
Did raids today with Courtney and realized that the lobby of 7 people, the total number of catches across all the other players did not equal the total number of catches that I have because I'm a baller.
So that's just me being a total douche. Um, I play Pokemon Go like a crazy person, and when you Kelly knows this a lot. And rarely do I like to brag, but there are a handful of times that I do like to brag. And today, when I was doing raids, there's like 7 other people in the raid, and you can click on them and you can see like their total number of catches and kind of gauge like how often or how good they are. Um, and when you take all 7 other people and you add up all of their catches, they're nowhere near my 500,000 catches. So like of the 10 people that I may or may not have interacted with inadvertently, um, I dominate all of those guys. Like every single person in that park today, I was the best person at the park. That's basically what I'm getting at. Is I play like a crazy person, and this guy right here, 500,000 catches. It's probably one of the grossest things to brag about. Like it's lame, but it is something that I generally fucking I normally don't say it out loud, but I do check it and quietly judge everybody for not catching a half a million. I don't know, but it's pretty gross. And I just happened to record with Courtney today. It was in my pocket while we're recording, so it's only like half gross. But anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely will check everybody in that lobby and realize that I still have significantly more catches than all of them. Like there's a chance that they most of these people, some of these people play longer than I have, and they will continue to play. There's a chance that some of these people will never reach a half a million catches. Like that's crazy to me because I'm up there. Next step, a million. Well, next step would be like 7,500, 75,000, but 750,000. Um, but yeah, that's all I got. We're done with the show. The thing's finally downloading, I think. Let's close this. Close. Um, I don't know where the download is. I have no idea what happened to the download. Um, I'm going to be pissed if it is semi Verizon internet related because I just talked so much shit just now about Cox. Um, I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's see. Hold on. In theory, the end of this show works. So dumb. Okay, that was the Patreon. Thank you again, Patreon people. And then so dumb. We're at the end of the show. Let's just recap today real quick. I've had ideas and thoughts about changing the pre-show around a little bit. Boom, fix and solve the problem. I don't understand it. If I don't have the pre-show conversation, I do not find the workaround that finishes this show. Like, it's weird how this whole episode just ended up. If I don't, because the pre-show conversation helps me find the solution to fix the screen share. Then the whole show falls the fuck apart. And the only way that I can get through Mind Pockets is with the solution that I found in the pre-show. Like, uh, the original question in the pre-show was, do I still need to do a pre-show? Absolutely, because somehow it serendipitously, I don't even know if I used the right word in the right place. It like it's so weird. I don't understand it. And we're right on time. We're at like an hour 4. Like that's normal. That's perfect. We fucked up this whole show, and it all worked out. So I guess the moral of today's episode is just roll with the punches, man. Keep the $12, roll with the punches, and I guess don't panic. Throw out a Q&A so you can learn some fun stories about, like, on paper. Today was just a wreck of a show, but it still worked out really well. Like it wasn't a bad, like the best thing about it is it's not the worst My Pockets we've ever had. Um, it's not like it's not even like the top 10 worst episodes I've ever done on these live streams. So, yeah, just don't panic, roll with it. I love how I was like, I'm not gonna. I got like so aggressive. I'm like, I'm not ending it this way. Uh, just gotta pivot. Um, I don't know. Anybody's like having a rough day, man, and you just be like, well, at least I'm not Ben. And then you just gotta pivot and roll with it. So, uh, I don't know. Someone, note takers, someone marked down 35 as a pivotal moment in which the whole show is completely jacked. But we figured it out. That's all I got for you guys. It's an hour, right on time. Nailed it. Uh, yeah, nothing really exciting. I don't even know what Monday show looks like. So, obviously, go to work, come home, listen to the Monday show. I can't even like, but I don't know. That's all I got for you guys. Um, Sign up for Patreon. Sign up, and just stay amazing, everybody. We're almost done with the year. We've got holidays coming up. Um, let go of the stupid shit. There's more important things happening. Hang out. Anybody listen to last week's episode? Hang out with your siblings. Fucking hang out with some family. Fucking enjoy it, man. Because Car Saga sucks, and it was way more fun playing Skippo. Boom. I'm out. Whimsy. I don't know where the button is. There it is.